Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times, and this is a video about yet another budget smartphone in the Indian market. This is from a brand that has launched the highest number of smartphones in the last year, and this year there won't be any difference, I guess. They keep launching smartphones and they keep selling them. Works for them. So we're talking about Samsung, and this is the Samsung Galaxy M02. So their budget smartphone, two variants here. One of them has 2 GB RAM and I guess 16 GB storage. I'm not sure about that, but the one that I bought is 3 GB RAM, 32 GB option, and the price is 7,299. So this comes in the same category where we have the Poco C3, and the other one is the Infinix Smart 5, which launched today, and we have our unboxing done on the channel. So this one, the M02, comes in that budget category where again you don't rely a lot on its performance. It's more for the regular media consumption and the 4G, at least the 4G capability and everything. So there are different color options, and the major specs include there's a 6.5-inch HD plus display here, and you also have the 13 megapixel plus 2 megapixel rear camera combination on the back. 206 grams weight, that is something that I felt is quite high because this is still a plastic body and it doesn't have a 6000 mAh battery inside. It's still 5000 mAh, and that heavy weight shouldn't have been there, but obviously in the end, what can you do? It's 206 grams. So now unboxing the device, it clearly talks about the Make for India campaign, and also I checked Samsung's website to check out the specifications and check out where the phone is made. It surely says made in India. The country of origin itself is India. That's what is important, because I mean it's not important for everyone, every user out there, but for those who feel like the country of origin China is something they don't like, this is something you can look at, because this is having that origin in India itself. So as soon as you open the box package, this is the SIM ejector tool, and then you have the booklets. There's no cover, I guess, in the box package. You have the quick start guide, you have the regional lock guide, and also the warranty card. So these things they stay common with the Samsung's boxes. You see those things in every box the same way. Now this is the phone. It feels quite heavy, obviously, as I said, over 200 grams with a 5000 mAh battery. That also mentally prepares you that, okay, I mean, this is going to be heavy for that smaller battery. Now, it's not a small battery, to be really frank. 5000 mAh is now a minimum norm that we see from any brand. So now this is how the back looks like. This is the blue color, and this looks pretty decent, right? It's the cross lines and flat out design, and this is matte. This is not a completely glossy back. So matte is what I always prefer. I always suggest every brand to come up with a matte finish, so that there's no fingerprints, there's no smudges, there's no headache about having a case. Now I just mentioned that there's no case in the box, but I won't really need a case here when it's such a easily pleasing plastic back on this device. You don't have to really care for it. You don't have to protect its back. Front needs some protection. There's no screen guard given on the phone, so you'll have to install a screen guard or a tempered glass on this one. But otherwise, the back with a plastic one, it's no headache. So this is what a budget phone should have. There shouldn't be any thing in the mind that you'll have to protect its back with a case. So that would not just make the phone thicker, it would also make it look bad, and the other thing is it would make it heavier as well. And now the other things that are included in the box package include the charger and the micro USB cable. So it's a micro USB connectivity, as the cable already shows you. Now it is a 5E 1.55A. It's not even 10 watt, it's less than that. That's the standard for the charging of the Galaxy M02. So that's one way disappointing, because if we look at the competitive brands in this price range, most of them at least have a 10 watt charging support there, and having a large battery, 5000 mAh is, as I said, it might look small if we talk about the competition. Again, the Infinix Smart 5 has a 6000 mAh battery, and if we talk in that sense, yes, it's small, but 5000 mAh in a way gives you easily about 2 days of battery life. So it's not a small battery, but charging it at lesser than 10 watt speeds is obviously going to take a lot of time. Now let me quickly set this up and show you what all comes in the interface. It's a 3 GB RAM model. Remember that we're gonna do the gaming test of this one too. I mean, you can't expect a lot of gaming from it, but at least we'll do that gaming test to show you what are the capabilities of this on the gaming channel. That's Gaming Josh, so make sure to check that out. and we'll do some comparisons in English and in our Gizmo Times Hindi channel as well. If you're someone who wants to see if this is holding up good enough compared to the competition. And again, Samsung's UI is something that we feel they get sluggish and slower with time, and that doesn't matter if you're talking about a budget phone, that we're talking about a mid-range or even a flagship. On flagship it might try to at least keep the performance up, but with most of the mid-ranges we've seen, even good chipset phones from Samsung, they become slower because of the interface that they come with. Now right from the first point itself, it might feel as if the phone is kind of sluggish. It's very slow in what it offers, and the animations and everything are quite slow. Let me still go through the last steps of its setup because it takes easily a few minutes for you to set this entire device up. And now if we take it to the home screen, this is the first time that the home screen is loading, so it might take some time, I guess so. And to drag down the quick settings and the notification area, you'll see that it's no smooth in animation or the interface. It's quite sluggish, and this is for the first time itself. Now if you go into the settings here and first show you the applications that are present here, so these are the major applications. Google's apps, Microsoft apps as well are preloaded here, and you have the other Samsung applications, including some third-party ones that include Amazon Daily Hunt. Amazon is where the phone sells, so obviously you'll expect that. Snapchat is also pre-installed here, and you have My Galaxy application to register the device there. And now if you go into the settings to show you what the Android version is and what are the different features offered here. So it's Android 10 and it's One UI Core version 2.5. So it's one of the latest One UI versions, and based on Android 10, not on Android 11. So obviously it might not even get Android 11. That's what I hope. I guess so. Not hope. Why would we hope to have no updates? But I guess it won't have that update to Android 11. But it won't really matter. Now these are the gesture features that you see here: double tap to wake, smart alert, easy mute, and there are some gesture features that One UI brings in, so that is maintained here. That's not removed. But I would say, based on the initial setup itself, we could give our own judgments based on what we feel right now. But I would say for the first few minutes, or for the first at least 1 hour, you should not really see that the phone is slow or fast, because there's a lot of background processing happening. There's a lot of setup happening in the initial few minutes, so it might feel a bit slower. But we'll have to use it for a further lot of time to understand whether it's actually slow or is the phone fast enough. Now the camera interface brings you the photo mode, the video mode, and also the macro mode towards the bottom. There's also a switcher between the regular and the 2x zoom. So this is the switcher there, and this 2x zoom is actually nothing but a software zoom. It's not a physical zoom. It's just the digital zoom given there. And under the video recording, you have the rear video recording possible at 1080p, that's 1920 to 1080 at 30 fps. You don't have 60 fps, you can't expect that as well. Since I keep talking about that in every video of mine that is about a budget phone, if one brand offers something better than the others, you can't expect every other brand to do the same. So there are few things that you can expect not to be there. But for a front facing camera, it's a 5MP selfie camera, and I guess it should work well. Let's see, let's try to take a capture. Now this is the selfie that is captured here, but again, it doesn't have anything like a portrait or something. There's no such mode given here. So if we check out what else is offered, there are filters given for the selfie camera. There's a macro mode which directly takes you to the back camera, and it has a macro mode, and I guess yes, it works well. I mean, yes, if we try to take a capture here, it's just a quick preview of what I'm doing, but I just took this macro camera capture with the rear camera of this one, and this is how it looks like. So I mean, there's a macro mode, and there's a switcher from even the front facing camera. When you're using the front facing camera, if you hit on macro, it goes back to the rear camera, and that's where the UI sometimes feels a bit weird. I mean, if you want to switch to the rear camera, first go to the primary one. Directly macro doesn't make sense, but that's okay. That's what is offered here. And so this was a quick overview. You get 1080p video recording, and the fast charging is not supported. As I said, it's not supported. It's not given in the box package as well. You have 5V 1.55A, that's the travel adapter, and that's what is the fast charging speeds as well. So for the performance, it's the MediaTek MTK 6739WW chipset. It's a 1.5 gigahertz clock score clock speed that is given there, but we'll do the benchmarks, we'll do some of the performance testing, and also compare it with how good the chipset is when compared to the Helio G25 on the Infinix Smart 5. So stay tuned for that as well. And for gaming, as I said, visit Gaming Josh for its gaming test to see whether it's able to handle small games well, whether it's able to handle graphic intensive games like PUBG Mobile well. So stay tuned for that as well. And in this video, that's it. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.